Hey there, second grade. How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another remote learning math lesson with Mr. Enzi. Today, you are going to learn that Mr. Enzi has a lot of different names. And so do numbers. Let's take a look as I shrink myself into the corner. Today, we are going to be doing grade 2, lesson 2.10, and it's called Name Collection Boxes. Now, for this lesson, you are going to need a whiteboard and your dry erase marker. So you are going to want to make sure you find your whiteboard and your dry erase marker. If you have to hit the pause button while you go and search for them, go ahead and do it. So, I started by saying that Mr. Enzi has a lot of different names. Let me show you what I mean. When I'm in school, I'm called Mr. Enzi, and I teach math. When I'm at home, I'm called Dominic, because that's my first name. And then my niece and nephew call me Uncle Dom, because to them, I'm their uncle. And then when I'm hanging with my friends, they call me Renz, which is my nickname. Hey, Renz. You might have a nickname also. And then if I'm playing baseball, they might call me Coach. Hey, Coach. What do you want me to do, Coach? Where am I playing, Coach? So you can see that Mr. Enzi has a lot of different names. Well, so do numbers. Today, we're going to take a look at name collection box. And a name collection box is a box to show the many ways to make a given number. Let's see what I mean. Go ahead and take your whiteboard. And in the corner of your whiteboard, go ahead and write the number 8. This name collection box is going to be about the number 8. We're going to make the number 8 a lot of different ways. And you're going to do it right there on your whiteboard also. So let's see. One way that we can show the number 8 is by using tally marks. I can draw 8 tally marks. Let's go ahead and draw 8 tally marks. I just showed another name for 8. I can write 8 using tally marks. Let's see another way. Another way that I can show 8 is using a domino. Let's go ahead and draw a domino that will show 8. I like to draw just a simple domino. Make a rectangle. And I cut it in half. And then I use some dots. Maybe I have 4 dots on the top and 4 dots on the bottom, because 4 plus 4 more shows 8. So I can make 8 two different ways: tally marks or using a domino. I can also make 8 using addition. I can think of an addition number model that will show the number 8. Go ahead and write one on your board. See if you can come up with an addition number model that equals 8. I'm going to write 7 plus 1. Now notice that I didn't write equals 8. I know it equals 8 if it's in my name collection box, so I don't have to put equals 8 after one of my number models, since it's in my name collection box. So I chose 7 plus 1. There's a lot of number models that you could have chosen. 6 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 0 plus 8. It's a lot of different ones. I have to tell you, I once had a second grader that gave me this number model. Wait do you see? 3 plus 3 plus 2. The student wrote 3 addends and made it equal 8. Now that's impressive. So addition is another way that we can show the number. Subtraction is another way we can name a number. Let's think of a subtraction problem that would give us 8. Well, I can do my friends of 10 and put 10 as my start point. 10 minus 2. That's going to equal 8. Notice that I didn't put the equal sign since I know it's in my 8 box. I can put another subtraction problem also, the easiest one of them all. 8 minus 0. That will work too. It names the number 8. So we've used tally marks, we've used a domino, we used some addition number models, we used some subtraction number models, but we can also use coins. Well, for 8, I can use some coins to make that number. See if you can use coins on your whiteboard to make 8 cents. I drew nickel, penny, penny, penny. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I named 8 using coins. Another way to name a number. Now, you might remember that we could also use a clock. A clock could be used to name some of our smaller numbers. I'm going to go ahead and draw a clock, and I'm going to make it 8 o'clock. I'm going to make my circle. I'm going to put my hour hand where the 8 is. I'll even write the 8 so that the teacher knows what I want to show. And then I'm going to put it right straight to the top since I want it to show 8 o'clock. So I can use a clock for some of my numbers also. Now, if my number was like 73, I couldn't make a clock. It only works some of the times, and it definitely works for the number 8. Now, I can also use base 10 blocks. You might remember from first grade we had longs, and each long was worth 10. We just drew a line to represent a long. And then we had cubes, and the cubes, which were drawn as dots, represented 1. So if I want to show 8, I can draw some cubes. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 8 cubes. Hopefully you drew 8 cubes on your whiteboard. Notice that my cubes were just dots because it's quicker and it is easier to see and understand. One other thing about Mr. Enzi's dots, I drew my dots in an invisible 10 frame. Well, what does that mean? Well, let me go ahead and draw my 10 frame. There it is. You can almost see the 10 boxes. There they are. But I didn't need my 10 frame to draw my dots in the invisible 10 frame. So you might want to practice using that invisible 10 frame if you choose to use some dots to show a number. And then the last way is word form. I can actually just spell out the word. So for this time, my number is 8. I'm going to spell out the word 8. So I have named the number 8 in many different ways. I use tally marks, a domino, addition, subtraction, coins, a clock, base 10 blocks, and word form. And you might even think of other ways to name the number 8. Awesome job. You can clear off your whiteboard now because our next activity is to take a look at a name collection box that is already completed for us. But this time, the directions are a little different. It says which names do not belong. So the name of this name collection box is the 9. So that means everything in here has to equal 9. If it doesn't equal 9, then we have to circle it because it doesn't belong. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to press the pause button, and I want you to try and find the 3 names that do not belong. The 3 names that do not equal 9. And I want you to write those 3 names on your whiteboard. All right, second grade, hit that pause button. Study all of these names for 9 and write down the 3 that do not belong. All right, hopefully you found the 3 names that don't belong. Notice what Mr. Enzi did. I went through every one of my number models and I solved them. 19 minus 10 equals 9. 15 minus 7 equals 8. 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 5 plus 4 plus 1 equals 10. There's 9 x's. 1 less than 10 is 9. And there's 9 tally marks. So the 3 names that do not belong are 15 minus 7, 8 plus 0, and 5 plus 4 plus 1. Awesome job. And then there's another type of a problem. This time, we have to find the missing number. What is the name of our name collection box? And the only way to do this is to solve all the problems and make sure they all name the number. So let's go ahead and try. 6 plus 6. Does that equal a doubles fact? 12. 12 minus 0. 12. What do you think the name is going to be? I hear a lot of 12s out there, but we have to keep checking. The next one is the word 12. 15 minus 1 is 14, minus 2 more is 12. 18 minus 6, 12. 12 minus 0, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 less than 13. Well, the number that comes before 13. 12. And 5, 10, 11, 12 tally marks. So this name collection box is definitely the number 12. All right, my second graders. Today we learned that Mr. Enzi has lots of different names, and so do numbers. You're going to have some activities in Seesaw where you're going to have to complete some name collection boxes. All right, my friends, go ahead and get started. I can't wait to see how smart you are.